bank manager fired a single dad over $9. Then his $86 million withdrawal ended her career. The entire bank fell silent over $9. One missing lunch payment, one forgotten deduction, and one cold decision destroyed a hardworking father's career in less than 10 minutes. As security watched, a cardboard box filled with family photos, a coffee mug, and years of dedication became the only things a single dad was allowed to take home. But what nobody inside that building knew was that the man walking out with tears hidden behind exhausted eyes was about to return just weeks later, not to beg for his job back, but to withdraw $86 million. That single transaction would expose greed, arrogance, and a mistake that no apology could ever erase. Before we continue, if you believe kindness matters more than power and that everyone deserves a second chance, please take a moment to like this video, comment where you're watching from, share this story with someone who believes in compassion, and subscribe to Kindness Echoes. Your support helps us bring more inspiring stories to life. Ethan Carter had never imagined his life would become a daily battle between survival and hope. Ever since his wife passed away after a long illness, every sunrise meant another race against time. He prepared breakfast before dawn, helped his 8-year-old daughter Lily get ready for school, rushed her to daycare, and then hurried to work at Evergreen National Bank. Sleep became a luxury he could barely remember. His paycheck covered rent, medicine, groceries, and school supplies, but there was never anything left. Every dollar had a purpose, every receipt mattered, and every unexpected expense felt like another storm rolling into an already dark sky. Despite everything, Ethan remained one of the bank's most respected employees. Customers trusted him because he listened before speaking. Elderly clients asked specifically for him because he never rushed them. Young families appreciated his patience when explaining complicated financial decisions. While others chased promotions and bonuses, Ethan quietly built something much more valuable: trust. Unfortunately, the bank had recently hired a new branch manager named Victoria Langston. She believed that authority meant fear, efficiency meant zero tolerance, and leadership meant proving that no one was irreplaceable. She rarely smiled and judged people long before learning their stories. Numbers mattered to her far more than human beings. One particularly difficult morning, Ethan accidentally used his employee cafeteria card without realizing there wasn't enough money left on it. The balance came up short by exactly $9. Embarrassed, he apologized immediately and promised to pay the difference after his shift. The cashier understood. Everyone nearby understood. Everyone except Victoria. She viewed the tiny mistake as theft. Within an hour, Ethan found himself sitting across from her office desk, while several human resources representatives stared at printed policy documents. Years of perfect service meant nothing against a technical violation. His explanations about caring for his daughter alone, managing hospital bills, and simply forgetting to reload his card never softened her expression. Company policy, she insisted, had to be enforced equally. By lunchtime, Ethan's security badge had been disabled. Employees watched with disbelief as he packed his belongings into a small cardboard box. Inside lay a framed photograph of Lily smiling at the beach, a tiny handmade Father's Day card, and a worn notebook filled with encouraging messages from grateful customers. Those simple items represented a lifetime far richer than any bank balance. Walking through the lobby for the last time felt heavier than carrying the box itself. It wasn't the loss of income that hurt most. It was the feeling that years of loyalty could disappear because of $9. The following weeks tested Ethan in ways he had never imagined. Job applications disappeared into silence. Bills piled higher. Some nights he quietly skipped dinner so Lily could have enough to eat without noticing anything was wrong. Yet even during those painful moments, he refused to become bitter. He volunteered at a local community center, helping seniors understand banking paperwork free of charge. People noticed his kindness long before they learned his story. One afternoon, an elderly man named Charles Bennett visited the center seeking help organizing decades of financial documents. Ethan patiently spent hours sorting records that others considered hopelessly complicated. Charles repeatedly thanked him, surprised that someone would offer such professional guidance without expecting payment. Over several visits, a friendship slowly formed. What Ethan never knew was that Charles was the quiet founder of a multinational investment company worth billions. He had spent years searching for honest people capable of managing wealth with integrity rather than ambition. Ethan never mentioned losing his job unless directly asked. He simply focused on helping another human being. Several months later, Charles made a life-changing decision. He invited Ethan to oversee the financial restructuring of his family's charitable foundation and entrusted him with managing a massive private investment portfolio. The appointment came with responsibility unlike anything Ethan had ever imagined. More importantly, it came with complete trust. When one major banking transition required transferring $86 million into a new institution, Charles insisted on one condition. Ethan would personally handle the withdrawal from Evergreen National Bank. The morning Ethan returned, he wore the same quiet humility he had always carried. There was no expensive suit meant to impress anyone, no arrogance, no desire for revenge. Only confidence earned through honesty. Employees immediately recognized him. Whispers spread across the lobby faster than any announcement ever could. Victoria walked over with practiced professionalism until she noticed the official transfer documents. Her expression slowly changed as she realized the amount printed across the authorization papers, $86,000,000. The branch suddenly transformed into organized panic. Senior executives rushed into conference rooms. Regional directors joined emergency phone calls. Everyone understood what losing a client of that size would mean. Victoria tried offering premium services, private offices, and sincere apologies. She spoke about misunderstandings and regrettable circumstances, but Ethan simply thanked her politely and explained that trust, once broken, was far more valuable than money. The transfer proceeded exactly as requested. Within days, corporate investigators reviewed Ethan's original termination. Customer complaints about Victoria's leadership surfaced. Former employees shared stories of unnecessary cruelty, intimidation, and poor judgment. The $9 incident became the final example